Guys, today I'm going to show you how to play 3 James Burton style guitar licks. This is based off of a lot of his playing and solos off of the 70s Elvis albums. He did, all those live shows with Elvis. And so since I'm in an Elvis tribute band, I am having to learn pretty much all that stuff note for note. And so I just noticed some things that he does in a lot of different songs. So the first one I'm going to show you is, we'll start with the simple one. So the simple one is when he goes to, let's say there's a simple chord change, like even if it's a blues in C, or if it could be other stuff too. But what he does is, this is just a real simple thing, but it kind of changes the way it's going to sound. So let's say he's going C to F, right? He'll just do this little chromatic where, instead of playing C like that, he goes back 1 fret so that his fingers are on 7 on the B, 8 on the G, and then you just slide up into that 8 and 9 to get the C, and then same thing for the F. And you could do it in other shapes, but really I think he's doing it like that, something like that. So it's real simple, but it's something you can notice on the record though. Okay, then the next one is going to be kind of a country style thing. He's been doing this lick since back in the 60s, probably when he was playing with Ricky Nelson. But this one is going to be, let's say we're in the key of E, okay? Then he does this little thing. So your traditional kind of country or major sounding bend here, right? Where you kind of bend, you bend the 7, if you're in E, you bend the F sharp, which is 7 on the B, while holding the 7 on the E, which is a B note. But the way he does is he kind of goes, right? You kind of got to use your fingers for that, because if you pick it, it's not going to sound right. No, it's not the same feel at all. So I think he does a lot of finger picking, hybrid picking, and he uses those metal picks and stuff. But I don't do that. I just either finger pick or use a regular pick. But if I'm going to play that lick, and then let's say we go to A, because a lot of it's just blue, so if we go to an A, so that would be that. Whatever chord you're on, you just play the major. You're just bending the note 2 notes after the root. So if we're in C, you're going to bend the D, and then hit the note underneath, which is actually the 5th of the key you're in. So if you're in C, you're hitting the G while bending the D. Then the third lick is also similar to kind of a country style thing, and that's going to be, one of the songs he does this in is, what's it called? I Never Been to Spain. He does it in this. So it's kind of like, you could do this in a couple different ways, but basically, let's say we're in A, right? You're going to do the same thing, start with that bend, where you bend the note 2 notes after the root, so the note is achieving the 3rd. So if we're in A, we're going to bend the B, and then you could do a lot of different things here. You could bend that B and then hit the other C sharp up on the E. You could hit the E on the E, or you could hit the F sharp on the E. So it's 9, 12, or 14 if you're in A. You could hit those. So I'm going to go, and then back to the root. Right? So what he'll do, like, and if you're on the G, if you're in an A major box, then, which is hard to bend on acoustic, but which you can go bend and then hit the E, then the F sharp, and then come back, or you can go bend the B, hit the F sharp, then the E, then come back, resolve to the A. But that's a lot of times the one he does is bend, if you're in A, bend the B, hit the F sharp, hit the E, bend the B again, come back down, back into the A. So, but you can also do it like, you don't have to use the F sharp and the E. You could use C sharp and the E, and come up with stuff that way too. And then if we go to E, So those are my 3 James Burton style guitar licks. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video.